Microsoft Excel has released a lot of new features recently. Going through them, I realized that people with Microsoft Excel versions of 2021, 2020 cannot access this new feature. You can only access these new features if you are using Microsoft Excel 365. And that is quite sad, right? Yes, I know. For some of us that just want to use these new features for maybe a bit of work, it's not like you need it for a day-to-day activities, just maybe you have a recent project you are working on and you want to utilize these new features. Well, that is where Excel Web comes in. There are some of these new features that are available on Excel Web, and I'll be carrying you along on some of the features and also how to use them in real life scenarios. The new feature, which is checkboxes, has just made life so easy. Now you don't need that overcomplicated process of using develop tab before you can access checkbox. Let me show you what I mean. Right here is my Excel Web. You can see here that I'm connected to the internet, so you can't access this without an internet connection. Take note of that, guys. And also, if you don't know how to get to this one, just write excel.web or just click on your Chrome or whichever browser you are using, write Excel Web, and it's going to bring up Excel Web Cloud for you, just like you can see here, excel.cloud.microsoft. So once you've done that, you are going to see this type of interface here, right? So you either want to click on create blank workbook or upload a file. Here I'll be creating a blank workbook. Allow that to load. This is not like a regular Excel that it's already downloaded. This has to load as it's working with the internet. This is just like the normal Excel software you have. If you want to insert checkbox, you don't need to go through the route of using develop tab. I'm going to show you the difference. What you just have to come here is to come to insert. You can see checkbox. If you want to insert checkbox for all of these rows, you just have to highlight the rows and click on the checkbox, and that is it, guys. If you just want for one, click on the one and click on the checkbox, and you have your checkbox well written there. Do you see how amazing this is? Let me show you the difference. Whereas in the old Excel versions, you have to come here under the developer tab and you will see insert. If you don't have your insert here, you can now see checkbox. Then you now click on the checkbox. Then you have to draw it, and all of those guys. You don't have to do all that again. You just have to come here and just click, just a click, and you have your checkboxes. So let me show you the different ways you can use this in other aspects. Right here, this is my first data set. You can see I have a list of tasks to do. Insert the checkboxes to be able to identify the status of my tasks. What I just have to do, I can either click on one of it, go under the insert and click on checkbox, or highlight all of them and just click on the checkbox, select some of the tasks you've completed. I'm just picking randomly. I want to attach a formula that will count the number of tasks completed. Using the count if function, you're equal to count if open bracket, then you have the range, comma, true. Once that is done, you want to close your bracket and press your enter. 4 of my tasks have been completed. Let's take it further. I want a response here. Press your equal to if open bracket. If this range is true, then we want to return true, right? And if it is not true, that is if it is false, we want to return uncompleted. Ensure that it is in parentheses, close your bracket and press your enter. Now you can see true, meaning that they are completed, and you can see the ones that I have not yet completed here clearly written. Let me also show you another way we can use checkbox. You can use it for attendance. This is my attendance sheet, and you can see the list of student names I have here. Highlight the cells you want to fill under your insert and click on checkbox. Here you can now, you can use this as a teacher, as an employer, for attendance, for anything. Move on to counting the number of times each of the students were present in school. To do that, we'll be using the count if. Press your equal to count if open bracket, highlight all of the range, and you want to press your true. You want it to count the number of times the students were present. This is showing us the total number of times each students were present. But let's say we want to do for individual students, right? This is what to do. You press your equal to count if open bracket, all of this range, comma, true, close bracket, and press your enter. And just the same way, you drag it down here. You can see this and you replicate the same thing. Did you guys see what I did? Let me do it again. You click on this, you can see a different box here, this big box, and you can see this tiny long box here. Just drag it down. This will replicate the formulas for you, and you can see it rightly shown here. So people also use checkbox to track progress. Here you can see I have task description, I I have tasks assigned to different individuals, I have the due date, and I have notes. So right here under the status column, I want to be able to check which of these people have been able to do the tasks assigned to them. So the same way, you just highlight and click on your checkbox, select randomly. Yes, and you can even apply several functions using this checkbox. Guys, if you've been using the develop tab checkbox, you will understand how happy I am at the release of this new feature. Whether it's your tag, attendance, whatsoever thing you've been using checkboxes for, it has now been made very simple. And I hope you learned a lot in this tutorial. I'll be walking you through the other features that are available on Excel web. So do also subscribe. We don't want to miss any of it, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.